Surah An-Nisa, meaning the women, is the fourth chapter of the Quran. It is one of the longest chapters, containing 176 verses. This surah was revealed in Medina after the Hijrah, the Prophet Muhammad's migration from Mecca to Medina. As such, it deals with a wide range of social, legal, and familial matters relevant to the nascent Muslim community in Medina. The surah's name, The Women, highlights its central focus on women's rights and responsibilities within this evolving society. It provides guidelines for marriage, inheritance, divorce, and the treatment of women. Many scholars consider Surah An-Nisa a cornerstone of Islamic law relating to women, aiming to elevate their status and provide them with rights often denied in the pre-Islamic world. The surah's teachings offer a blueprint for a just and equitable society, where women are valued and respected members. Before Islam emerged in 7th century Arabia, women faced deeply ingrained societal discrimination. They were often treated as possessions, lacking basic rights and freedoms. Female infanticide was a grim reality, reflecting the low value placed on women's lives. Inheritance was primarily for men, leaving women financially dependent. Marriage practices were often unfair, with women having little say in choosing their spouses. Polygamy was widespread, with no limitations on the number of wives a man could have. Divorce was at the husband's discretion, leaving women vulnerable and insecure. This context is crucial for understanding the transformative impact of Surah An-Nisa's revelations. Surah An-Nisa introduced revolutionary changes, challenging the prevailing norms and uplifting the status of women. Verse 4. 1 emphasizes the shared origin of men and women, both created from a single soul. This verse underscores the inherent equality of genders, refuting any notion of superiority based on sex. Verse 34 grants women the right to manage their own finances and property, a significant departure from previous customs. This verse recognizes women's agency and economic independence, empowering them within the family and society. Verse 3 permits men to marry up to 4 wives, but only if they can treat them justly. This verse has been a subject of much debate and interpretation. Some scholars argue that the Quran, in this verse, regulates a pre-existing practice, aiming to establish fairness within a specific historical context. Others highlight the near-impossible condition of ensuring absolute justice among multiple wives, suggesting a discouragement of polygamy rather than an endorsement. Verse 11 outlines inheritance laws granting women a share in their family's wealth. While the specific portions differ based on the relationship to the deceased, this verse ensures that women are not financially disregarded. This provision marked a significant shift from pre-Islamic practices, where women were often entirely excluded from inheritance. Section 5. Challenging interpretations, addressing controversial verses. Some verses in Surah An-Nisa, like verse 34, which discusses the permissibility of lightly striking one's wife in certain situations, have generated controversy and debate among scholars. It is crucial to approach such verses with a nuanced understanding of the Quran's language, historical context, and the Prophet's teachings. Many contemporary scholars argue that the striking mentioned in verse 34 refers to a symbolic gesture of disapproval, not physical violence. They emphasize the importance of interpreting this verse in light of the Prophet's clear condemnation of domestic violence and his emphasis on kindness and compassion towards women. Section 6. The Legacy of An-Nisa, a Catalyst for Change. Surah An-Nisa played a pivotal role in reshaping societal norms and advancing women's rights in 7th century Arabia. It challenged the prevailing patriarchal structures and established a framework for a more just and equitable society. The surah's teachings empowered women by granting them rights and protections previously unimaginable in their cultural context. The impact of Surah An-Nisa extended beyond its immediate historical context. Its message of justice, equality, and respect for women continues to resonate with Muslims worldwide, inspiring ongoing efforts to promote women's rights and challenge gender disparities within Muslim communities and beyond. Section 7. Navigating Modernity, An-Nisa's Relevance Today. In the 21st century, Surah An-Nisa's teachings remain strikingly relevant, offering guidance for navigating contemporary challenges related to gender roles, family dynamics, and social justice. The surah's emphasis on mutual respect, understanding, and cooperation between men and women provides a foundation for building strong and equitable relationships. The principles of justice and compassion enshrined in Surah An-Nisa can guide Muslims in addressing issues such as domestic violence, honor killings, and forced marriages, practices that contradict the Quran's spirit and the Prophet's teachings. Section 8. Beyond the Surface. Understanding Context and Interpretation. It is essential to approach Surah An-Nisa, like all religious texts, with a nuanced and contextualized understanding. Literal interpretations without considering the historical, social, and linguistic factors can lead to misinterpretations and misapplications of the Quran's message. Engaging with diverse scholarly interpretations, seeking knowledge from qualified experts, and fostering open dialogue are crucial for grasping the true essence of Surah An-Nisa's message and applying its timeless wisdom to contemporary issues. Section 9. Conclusion. A timeless message of justice and equality. Surah An-Nisa stands as a testament to Islam's commitment to justice, compassion, and the elevation of women. Its verses, revealed over 1400 years ago, continue to inspire and guide Muslims towards building a society where women are respected, valued, and empowered. By understanding the historical context, engaging with diverse interpretations, and applying the surah's teachings with wisdom and compassion, Muslims can ensure that the message of An-Nisa continues to be a source of light and guidance for generations to come.